Okay, my apologies. My battery ran out and shut my camera right down. I don't use my phone. I have a Canon camera that I use. It's a digital camera, and I use rechargeable batteries. But when I film, it really shortens the battery life. So they definitely don't last very long. And then I have to recharge them. But I have 4 batteries. I just don't know where they all are right now. So anyway, the one that's in right now is an older one that really doesn't keep its charge very long. But it's fresh now, so let's go for it. So I'm going to just do this cluster and maybe one more, and then I'm going to move on to something else. So bear with me. At least the clusters are all different. You're not watching me do the same thing over and over. I was a mess when I was driving home from that flea market. I couldn't stop sneezing. You would think that once the frost is on the ground, allergies are going to get better, but not when you're digging through the dust. All those dusty items. So I took a pill as soon as I got home, and now I'm doing better. I'm still a little sniffly. And I'll call that good. I'm using red thread for my Domestic Arts Christmas journals. So there's that one. A couple little pom-poms. And I'll do one more. This piece of fabric was part of one of the boho fabric bundles that I got. I don't remember if it was from Selena or Sheila, but it looks like a poinsettia, so I'm going to use that in one of these Christmas journals. I think I should use this candy cane looking fabric, and it's cut irregularly, so maybe I'll take advantage of that or something unique. We'll see how we can make it work. I don't want it to be that big. It's interesting at the selvage. It's like the part of the selvage is solid and then part of it is fringed. I'm going to leave it. I think it would look better with white. I feel like it needs something else. I think that was what it needed. I should tell you that one of these journals is already spoken for. she had asked for a Christmas journal. I told her I wasn't doing custom orders, but these are the kind of journals that I'm making, and she said that she would love to have one of the domestic arts ones, so I told her I would save one for her. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is just kind of put a little bit of trim or something on some of these embellishments or journal cards that I want to add to these books. I want to start with these. These are my Betty Crocker recipe card library cards, and these were the holiday ones, the Christmas ones. So I'm just going to sew a little lace or seam binding or something to these, just to decorate them up a little bit. Let's try some green rickrack. With maybe some of this lace. I love my Hobby Lobby crochet trim. I get several varieties in white and cream and different widths, and then I use it to edge my journal pages, and I use it a lot. And I probably need to replenish, although I've got so many vintage laces that I've purchased at flea markets and stuff. I don't really want to buy more lace, but the ones that I use all the time are running low. That's cute and simple. I think I'll just sew a strip of this on. This is a piece of vintage table runner. Sorry, you can't see me. Just scrunched it right up there. Maybe I need to turn my camera a little. Let's try that. Got some black velvet ribbon I can use here. This gold ribbon. I love these recipe cards. I do have another set. I don't think they're Betty Crocker. They're called, I think they're called My Recipes. And I have some divided out, counted out, and put in little bags that I can put in my shop. I just haven't done it yet, but I will be putting some more recipe cards in my shop. I'm just going to add a little tab to this one. If I can get it on there. Well, I guess I'll have to stitch it across here first, just to hold it together. It makes it easier to slip it on there and sew it in place. This ticket is damaged, so I'm going to sew this at the top but have something over it so you can't see that damaged part. When we eat lunch together, my kids and my grandkids, Teddy and Layla sit at the other end of the table together, just have their own little conversation down there. They're the ones, they're cousins, and they were born 5 weeks apart. So Teddy is about to turn 8, and so Layla will be 8 next month. But sometimes when we can listen, when we can hear what they're having their conversation about, it's pretty funny. They were telling jokes, like making up their own jokes. Have you ever heard a 7 or 8-year-old make up jokes? They make no sense at all. They're not funny. But the two of them, they tell each other a joke, and then they just kind of say, oh, you know, they totally get it. Makes sense to them. It's just funny. And if you've watched my videos, you've probably met Teddy and Layla. They love to help me out with videos, and so does Adam. Adam prefers to be in on the adults' conversations. He's 12, but he's, for a long time, has been more interested in what the adults had to say. He's always wondering what's going on. You have to be careful. When you don't think he's listening, he is. I love him. I love them all. I guess that's enough there. So these are all of the Christmas ones that I have. It'll be fun to put in these books. I also have some playing cards. These note cards that someone just sent to me. I think I can use some of these on the backs. I think I have to glue because they don't feel very sticky because they're old. I could probably just use my white tacky glue, but this is what's over here. And one of the 12 Days of Christmas stamps. It's a pretty card. What I had done with some of these previously, well, I glued the little brown envelopes onto some, but I also stitched on some ledger paper. So I have some ledger paper here. This was a Tsunami Rose printable that the ink wasn't right, so I just cut it up and use it for little pieces of ephemera. So I'm just going to cut a piece of this and stitch it on, or glue it on. I could glue it. A little too wide. Okay, that works. Let's just try gluing it. I don't know if it'll work because the card is glossy and I don't feel like sanding it. I don't think I have any sandpaper up here. But we'll try it and see if it'll stick. This one is thin. You could actually see the numbers through it, which is cool. And then you can still write on it. I'll sew this one. I'm gonna have to glue it in the center a bit so it doesn't slide on me. Of course, it'll still slide if I don't let it dry. Let's see what else we have here. I have these folders that I printed. I bought these and they're digital, and I don't remember who they were from. I thought maybe I could do something to them. Maybe just put a little trim at the bottom. Don't need much, just want to dress it up a little. Let's try putting a little lace on the tab maybe. Doesn't show up very well because it's white on white, but the red thread sure stands out. Remember, we go for the messy look with these kinds of journals. Okay, I can sew this now. I think think I'll just use a straight stitch here. Stitch around it twice with a messy stitch. And for this one, I think I'll just make a tab for it. Just trying to think of different ways to embellish these pieces. I might end up sewing a button or putting some sort of embellishment on there. Maybe I should just put a little piece of lace on it. Oh, let me see who's calling. Alright, I will be right back.